Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 24 of the Cookbook podcast.
Yes, sir.
The Kobe motherfucker.
The Kobe, man. Rest in peace, mama. As always, it's your boy Chris Mays, Diesel, Chocolate Thanos, Willie T. Shake Something. You know me. And you also know my favorite player partners, KD and Free. Fellas,
yeah, what's going on?
Man, can't call it.
Might have to run that back.
Where we at? No, Free was here. We good. Kobe steady.
Yeah, I was in here.
He looked free. Oh, you was a little frozen on my screen.
It was a little froze, a little freeze up, but we still here though.
Okay, keep pushing in. Let's do it.
Hey, we gotta roll on through because we on the time crunch today, So this episode, we're gonna switch things up a little bit for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do a whole episode of what's on your plate. So just so we can just really, get in our thoughts, just talk freely a little bit, no structure tonight, because it's a little short episode. So just a little something to hold you over. You don't want to leave y'all hanging, So we just going a little freestyle tonight. And we'll see how it works. If it don't work, we can always go back to the old shit. But yeah, but before we jump into that, fellas, how y'all doing tonight?
Man, doing good, man. Cannot complain. Good little, birthday week. Just a good week overall. Went and got me a plant today. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this nigga think he poison ivy.
Yeah.
Man, I got me one a little while ago. I sat outside the other day. I thought that motherfucker died. I sat outside for 10 minutes, bro. I come back, the leaves all curled up and shit.
What kind of plant? What did you get?
It's a white bird of paradise. I've been had it. It's a big plant. And they say it's a hard plant to start with.
So. I almost bought a bird of paradise today. I almost bought one.
It's nice. It's nice.
What'd you get, KD?
Monstera, I think is what it's called. So I got it. I want it to be big so I can kind of put it in a room somewhere. So
yeah, I want to get more plants, but I have horrible lighting in my house. So
you got a porch.
I know. I said one in my house though. I can get outside and got plenty of nature and all that fun shit. I want some greenery in the house. Help lighten it up.
I feel it.
Hell yeah. Free, how you doing, man?
I'm all right, man. I can't complain, man. I'm all right, man. I'm here. I'm breathing.
That's all right, man. That's all right. KD, how it feel? You ain't 30 yet.
No. I'm 29, big dog.
Oh, yeah.
See, and that explains why you
29 did something to me, hell.
That explains why you say some of the shit you say, because you still young. Still wet behind the ears.
Hey,
ain't got no wisdom.
I got some wisdom. I got some game now. Come on.
Ain't got no gumption.
Hey, listen, I might not have no gumption, but I got some motion, though. Let's believe that.
Yeah, that's what the kids say. Got that motion. That's the problem. Everybody got motion, got no gumption. Motherfuckers is going everywhere. Ain't got, I'm finna get in the bag. I feel it.
Hey, this is the episode to do it. We can go there. We can go there.
See, oh, shit. And that's what I'm finna get into it.
Let's jump right into it. Let's go.
Motherfuckers have. Oh, let me clean this up.
Let me clean this up. Look at it. You clip that first part, demonetized instantly.
Don't have motion if you don't have a notion. Meaning, don't be making moves just to do them. Because that can be detrimental. And I'm just not just talking to y'all, because I'm talking to myself too.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be doing stuff just to do it. Just in the sake of saying, I'm doing something, I'm making some progress.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to work out for you in the long term? Is it something that you really see yourself doing? Is it offering you some type of fulfillment? If not, what you doing? Is there a plan behind it?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's just, hey, we play ball. What's one thing that's going to mess you up? Wasted movement.
Mm-hmm.
And just about every sport you talk about wasted movement, you sapping energy, but the most important thing you sapping, time.
Precisely.
And that's the most precious resource we have.
Yeah.
So don't be out here with some motion with no notion.
I'm just aimlessly wandering, as they say.
Yeah. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of steps in. Not to say like, say if you're on a journey, but you ain't got no map. Now you just out here walking. Yeah, you moving, but where you going? God damn!
I heard the church organs in the back. No, that's real though. Even like for me, bro, like getting into like the job force, coming out of playing ball, you kind of like you thinking just like you don't really know what having a job looks like or like the reasonings of having certain jobs. Like most people think I got a job so I can make money and just do this. No, you kind of want to position yourself where you working at a job where there either some vertical growth or some outside growth that you can kind of fall into. So like what if it's sales? Like you might start off selling telephones, whatever you want to sell. Then you want to do that so you can get to that next spot because that next spot gets you that next level of finance, the next level of experience, the next level of whatever. You just don't want to, just work at an office, just to be working at an office the whole time.
I mean, and especially we look at our previous generations, like our parents and grandparents, and they were blessed to have a job. And let me put this out there: a job is a great job to have because I've been at times where I didn't have a job. There's millions of people who don't have jobs who wish they had jobs. At the same time, you can be grateful for the job you have and still desire more, especially if you feel like you're capable of more or you're underserving yourself. That's good. That's a good epiphany to have, and that means you're aware of yourself and you also see the value in yourself. But at the same time, we only got one life to live, and so don't just be out here just like Free said, aimlessly living. Even if you have your job and you're gonna stick to your job, that's cool, but make sure you're doing something that gives you some purpose, some fulfillment in life. Basically, what were you put on this earth to do? And I know it's not an easy thing to figure out. Like everything I'm saying to y'all is stuff that I either say to myself, other people,
For sure.
but is because
constant thoughts.
Absolutely.
it's a journey. It's a journey I'm on right now. Like I'm still trying to figure out what am I supposed to be doing. It's something I struggle with every day. So don't think we telling you something that we got it all figured out because we damn sure don't.
Hell no.
At least for me.
I know I don't.
We're really just telling y'all. We're really just giving y'all insight on the shit that we work on.
I'm about to say this real shit, like conversations we have internally and externally with each other that we know, like if we thinking about this shit, we know everybody else is like, shit, I'm thinking about the same shit. So it's good to know that people are on the same like playing level, like playing field, and not feeling like they so left behind because some people are at a certain point in their life. Like we can be in two different points in our lives, financially, whatever, and still be thinking about the same exact problems. Like it happens.
Yeah, that kind of goes back to like, this whole social media age and how comparison is so heavy on folks because what they see other people having. But it's like you don't know what that person's going through, what they're feeling. They can have a great job and hate their life.
Facts.
Or it could be like it'd be a great job for you, but it's underserving and unfulfilling for them because they might not have those same values as you. Yeah, they're making a lot of money, but they're either hurting people or there's no real value, no real change going on. So, we can't look back and just oh, they got made. It's great. My life sucks. My life sucks. You might not be where you want to be, but your life can change. It's up to you.
Comparison is the thief of all joy.
And trust me, I deal with it all the time. Cause I have like peers and like those who are close to me who I'm extremely proud of, and like they're in different fields or businesses or things that have different projects and they're thriving in it. And even just the fact that they know what they want to do is like, damn. I wish that was me, So it's like I'm happy for them, and I wouldn't say it's like comparison or envy. It's just like I'm fully happy for them. I just wish that I could figure that out. Yeah. And if you're feeling like that, like I said, don't feel bad about that because that means you have a desire to want more, and that should always be applauded.
Bro, it's crazy. I think that's so much of and this is one of the things I kind of want to talk about tonight. Is like, especially for like former athletes, we carry these behaviors and like, systems that we built from sports that are really, really bad habits in regular life. So like you talking about, like we so used to having a destination and committing to that destination, like putting everything we have into doing something until it's over, right? We not used to the longevity of figuring stuff out and just taking these steps. We used to,
It's
bro,
just
we
year
go
over year.
used to that cycle of it's grind time. I'm putting my head down, blocking blocking everything out, and I'm trying to get something done until I either don't do it or we do it. And then it's that again. So when you get into these open-ended opportunities, it's not really I don't know what I can do. It's just I have so many possibilities. I need guidance more than anything. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that should be a motherfucker. Especially in this day and age, you got all these different resources and all these different sources of information coming from all these different people, and it'd be a lot of shit, man. So I feel it. I get how sometimes people get anxious or can be like real nervous about what it is they're gonna do next. Cause shit, if you don't know, if it ain't, you know what I'm saying. If you don't know, and you ain't got no general idea, man, this shit rough trying to figure it out. I feel like best way to do that, I would assume, because I ain't found out myself, is just if I just dive into your faith and God for real and just search for that kind of guidance there, I would assume, because I don't know.
It's that certain vulnerability, bro. Because you're gonna think about every outcome of each situation. I mean, for me, I know I do. Like any decision I make, that's why, like, I procrastinate because of outcomes, and not necessarily because I don't want to do something. It's just most of the time, I'll say probably 70% of the time, it's because of hesitation. Because I've been thinking about every outcome and how it affects every certain piece of my life.
Paralysis by analysis.
Facts. But it's just like when you in a situation, for me, like, and I've always been like the leader, the lead by example person. Like I have to, not have to, but it was that mentality that was instilled on me is I have to make the right decisions. You know what I'm saying? So when you're thinking about, it's never like, oh, I can make a mistake, because my mistakes isn't just on me, it's on whoever I'm leading. And I've always been being a brother, a captain, top of the class, whatever it was, you know what I'm saying? That was my role. And I look back on it now, I'm like, damn, like that's messed up. I never made a decision based on me, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh, brother.
Yeah, man.
See,
but in the mentality of being an athlete or being in that leadership position, you always taught to be the example, the most responsible. You are the star. You are this. You are that. Like, you get praised to be that. You never want to let the people down that put you in that position. So every decision you make is under 1,000 times of a microscope than the person who's looked at in not that way.
Brother, you hit me with one right there. That was another thing I'm heavy on right now. Live your life for you. That's another thing. You're trying to figure out what you want to do. At some point, you have to live the life that makes you happy. Because everyone has an idea for you or what they would like, and a lot of times it's living a way that also benefits them. But at the end of the day, you are responsible for your happiness. They're responsible for theirs. So you have to live the life that's most fulfilling for you, whether it be your partner, your parents, whoever, like anyone who's investing in you. Like, yeah, it'd be nice, but at the same time, like, it's your life. They did what they did with their life, or what they're doing with their life. You got to live for you, because there's too many people walking around unhappy trying to please other people.
I feel like the best thing you can do for yourself and everybody that love you and support you and all that good stuff is to just do your best to actualize your potential, you know what I'm saying, and maximize who you are, you know what I'm saying, in other words. Because then you're able to be like the best version of you, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine how much better you're gonna be for everybody around you, regardless of what they want you to be or who they want you to be. When you can really like dive into yourself and really just become the best version of yourself and really, like I said, just actualize your potential and what God gave you. You dig what I'm saying? You're gonna be so much better for those around you. So you gotta be able to be selfish for a little while and just be like, it's on me and I gotta do what I gotta do so I can take care of, so I can just be better for y'all all around, so I can be a better man, a better father, a better brother, you know what I'm saying, and all that good stuff. It's gonna take me doing what I gotta do for myself.
It's crazy. I'm just thinking, like, people want you to do certain things, but you still want to be around me if I'm not happy. Because you've been around, like, we all been around people, or we've been at phase in our life where we're just unhappy. And whether it be work, relationships, because your work performance will reflect it. Your energy when you're around other people will reflect it. And so it's like, yeah, I'm doing what other people want, but I'm not happy. Now I'm not enjoyable to be around. I'm not as productive as I could be.
Mm-hmm.
What good am I really?
Mm-hmm.
And there's also a level of compromise that we need to have, because unless you just become a hermit and live by yourself, you're gonna have to interact and work with other people, and you're not gonna get your way all the time. But if you're constantly like never getting your way, some shit got to shake,
Mm-hmm.
because that ain't living.
Man, I feel like
Ain't
That
I
kind
living,
don't
man.
know,
that kind
man. I feel like energy and like emotion and all that shit, like that shit is gonna bleed out you one way or another, whether it's good, bad, and different. Whatever's in you, it's gonna bleed out, and not necessarily bleed out you, but that's what other people are gonna get off you. That's what you're gonna give
Mm-hmm.
to the world. Whatever's in you is what you got to give. You dig what I'm saying? That's what you're gonna give to the world. Whether it's your family, your loved ones, people you interact with at work, you know what I'm saying, on some business shit. Regardless, whatever's in you is what you got to give. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you're doing the shit on a
It's just
day-to-day basis that allows you to develop good shit and good feelings about yourself on the inside, and just you know what I'm saying, just good
it's
shit,
just like what
confidence
we
and
eat.
happiness and all that. Exactly what the shit you ingest, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you eat is what you shit, like straight up. Like
It's
that's just
shit,
what's good.
sweat.
Exactly, bro. So be very careful about the things that you ingest in all
Mm-hmm.
ways, for one, but then more importantly, like we were talking about, just take care of you first, man, and love yourself first, because you can only be but so good to everyone else if you ain't took care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't doing what you got to do about your own emotions and your own heart and soul and all that good stuff. So make sure you get on top of that first and take care of that, regardless of what everybody around you wants you to do. You dig what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I would advise everybody to know, if you have a great job and that's a career, it's a passion for you, great. I still recommend everyone to have hobbies, which is just things that make you happy, that induce dopamine in your mind. That everyone doesn't know, it's just a happy feeling. It's a chemical in your brain that you actually need. That's what you feel. That's what produce when you're happy, when you feel good things. So make sure you have those, whether it's cooking hobbies, or I see people like right now the craze that's going off is puzzles. A lot of people making puzzles because that's a tricky thing for the mind, and that success of bringing that together, and just make sure you do. It's like it can be so many small things,
Mm-hmm.
whether getting on the game. On the game with the
Mm-hmm.
homies, it's like you're getting in like a whole nother world. You're accomplishing tasks. You're doing this and that, things you would never imagine you could do. Ladies, ladies,
Hey,
let that man.
before you go on that tangent, I do want to add on to the other thing. We can go back to that point too.
Okay, I'm gonna
But
hold it.
I just want to say, bro, like that's one of the main things was like, because like the best versions of me, I kind of been thinking about this and like kind of like reteach myself, like when I'm doing XYZ, I feel, me, right? So just even like I haven't been able to cook as much because of work, but I take the weekends to really sit down and cook. It's been like I feel good because like, damn, I got to do something I really enjoy doing. Get my plant again. Like I don't know, I had like 10 plants, bro, something like that. Like, and I don't have many more. So now, like, just getting that first one and starting that collection over again feels good because I like doing things from like pretty much scratch. So just adding those things that make me feel good about myself. Even like me and Saint, we go on a walk every Sunday. You know, getting outside just a little bit more. Saying, doing the things I love a little bit more. So whether it's playing loud music in the house and just rocking out, or if it's what I'm saying, just going to the gym sometime, trying new stuff, like just doing those things that you know I know when I do this, I feel 10 times better. I feel 10 times better. So
Yeah.
That's another thing, ladies. I hate to signal y'all out, but y'all bad about this. Y'all are bad about this. Let that man play the game. Let that man spend time with his friends. Basically, let that man have fun without you. You are not that man's world. Because ladies, it might not be all y'all, but some of y'all, a good bit of y'all, hate to see it when your man have fun or is happy and it did not come from you. And
That's
that's
a
a
very
fact.
true.
problem.
It
Very
is.
true.
It's a whole
That is a
that in
problem.
itself deserves a whole episode. We need a few
But
ladies on here to talk
yeah,
about that.
yeah,
We're
because
gonna yes, we're
we
gonna
could,
follow
because
up on that.
we definitely can't put out just our perspective on that. But
For sure.
yeah, I think, bro, it is that if you can find a way to fulfill something she felt like she brought into your life, I feel like that's when like it's that start to question like her value a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it is an insecurity, I think.
Absolutely. What you laughing at?
Exactly, because maybe you don't share that same experience with her, and as you should though. You should have those
Shit, you
experiences.
can
But
listen. I can
nothing
get
worse.
you a stick. I can get you a stick. You can sit your ass right down, right here, and I whip your ass in Madden same like that. Whatever you want, baby. We can share that experience. Come on,
no,
man.
for
You talking
sure.
about-
But I just think it's just those experiences that she wants to have too, and you may not be. You may be oblivious to the lack of sometimes, or it could be just insecurity or envious
Some of
of
them are just
not
like,
being able to be a part of what you're doing at all times. So
It's okay for men to have their time and they own. I'm saying, so it's okay for everybody to have their own time and space. 'Cause most women I know, when they, you know what I'm saying, when they want to go out with their girls, they can fucking go. You know what I'm saying?
And
when
you
they
ain't
want to do
gonna tell them
something,
shit else
you ain't gonna
about
tell
it.
them shit about it. And if you're a good man, you should let them go out with their girls. It's cool. You know what I'm saying?
And the woman should vice versa.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? When she want to get on the phone or when she want to plan a makeup or do whatever she want to do, that's okay. That's her time. You know what I'm saying? They are entitled to that. So are the men. You know what I'm saying? We're just as entitled to do whether it's playing a game. You know what I'm saying? Because look, but like this, if a man was not playing a game, he was deciding to go out on a regular basis with his boys, y'all would be hot about that shit. You hear me? Y'all wouldn't be feeling that shit. And there's some dudes out here that do that.
Sit
And
in the room.
I know there are some of y'all out there that would rather your dudes that's going out sit their ass at the crib and play that game. You know what I'm saying? So just think about that next time you complain about that fellas playing the game. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, point being, regardless of what it is, man, just let folks have their little time, man. You with them, they with you. You know what I'm saying? That's your folks. You know what I'm saying? And they, hey, man, let them have their little time, man, because they could be anywhere else in the world, but they right there with you. They at the crib
And
playing
that's
that game.
that's another thing. And not just let them have their time, but just appreciate folks for who they are.
Facts.
And we it's natural for a lot of people to be possessive, but you also got to understand that that person is still a person. They still have their own life to live, and we are here to experience each other. Not control,
not to
or own
possess
each other. Yeah, you don't possess anybody. Ain't nobody's no slave.
And when it come down to it, at the end of the day, if you really just cannot stand no man that play the game, just don't fuck with a man that play the game.
Because there's niggas that don't.
It's that simple.
Weird.
You can't stand a man that be in the club. Don't fuck with a man that be in the club.
It's not necessarily weird.
No, I'm just
saying. Go with what you like. If that's a deal breaker for you, if you just cannot deal with that shit, just go with what you like, man. If you can't deal with that shit,
like, and be
exactly.
unapologetic
Don't be trying
about
to.
that
If you
shit.
know that's something that's gonna bother you in the beginning, and then you know it's something that's not gonna change, understand that and go about your business. Don't let it be a source of an argument or a source of confrontation all the time when you knew from jump what that was and you knew you didn't like it and you knew it wasn't gonna change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just go, and that applies to all things, not just the video game shit, all shit. You know what I'm saying? When you know that, man, you know it's not gonna change and you know it's not something you're willing to accept, do yourself a favor and go about your business.
Don't try to Superman it.
Don't try and don't ever think you could change somebody and no. Just going about your business. It sucks sometimes. I know it. It do. It sucks most times.
That ain't fair
going about
to
your
you
business.
or them.
No, hell no, it ain't. And we do that a lot. A lot of people do that. We do that shit a lot. Which I call it ignoring red flags.
No. You know what I call it? Trying to put a circle in a square hole. Ain't gonna work. Or a square and a circle, whichever one doesn't work.
Because you might be able to fit a circle in a square.
Yeah, I just thought about that. Flip flop that.
Yeah, but it's like also it's unfair to them because you holding them to expectation that either they might not be able to meet or they don't want to meet, and that's their right. Because we tell anybody to live happily, So accept folk for who they are and what they are. With everything, with new relationship, friendship, like I said, there comes compromise, but at the same time, there's a level, there's a compromise, and there's a change.
Yeah,
I'm not really one for changing because you are who you are. The things that you do make you happy and make you who you are. So continue to do those things. You guys learn and evolve, but stay true to you.
That's a perfect segue into what I want to talk about, into what I really want to talk about. But when it comes to like being yourself, and don't try to over exceed or present yourself in a light that you aren't able to sustain.
Boy,
and I just want to talk about sustainability in total. If you know that who you are, or you're just projecting who you are in a situation, it only can last so long before you have to come back to being yourself, or the things that you put up with has to come back to like, okay, like I know I said I can deal with this, but I can't. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
And you don't,
We finna get to it.
want.
We finna get to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
But you don't want to do that in these relationships, because I think that's where a lot of relationships kind of hit a wall, is because y'all both trying to just appease each other and make each other happy, but you ain't being yourself. And then now when that wall clears, that ice breaks, and y'all looking each other in the face, you're like, who is this?
Thought they taught George.
You know what I'm saying? So
George,
like,
I can't stand that shit. Shout out to him, but I cannot stand that shit, man. I cannot. Every time it come across my Instagram, time I be hot. Get your shot my page fast as hell.
But that's true though, man. You really got to be yourself and be transparent about who you are, and then that's when you truly start like having relationships, whether it's friendships, job, whatever it is. That's when things start to make sense in your life. Is when you not trying to portray these roles or just meet these expectations that you probably can do, but you can't sustain. It ain't who you are.
Listen, okay. So let me dive. So right on my way home, right. Fucked around. I jumped on Instagram Live. I was listening to what's it called? Takara Comedy, the lady I sent earlier that be on. You know, she's hilarious. I thought I was gonna catch some funny shit because she's hilarious. But she got to talking about some relationship stuff between her and her ex-husband and all this stuff. But it got to a point where she was discussing something with folks in the comments and stuff, and this came up. She said she was talking to the guys, not just the guys, but mainly the guys, pretty much saying like, do not present yourself to be something to a woman that you cannot sustain. Like that's literally what she said. Like, don't do that shit. Like, cause you set pretty much, she was saying like you set the expectation and then you'll be like pissed off or upset later on. You know what I'm saying? When she's trying to, when that expectation is there and she's trying to hold you to the expectation and you're falling short of that. And the person you get from her when she's, you know what I'm saying, when you falling short of that shit on a consistent basis. But damn, that's a conversation I have there because it's like it's almost like we wired to impress right off top.
But you can be transparent about it though. You be like, hey,
for
look,
sure. I mean, I ain't saying you gotta be.
And when you had that first, like on the first date, you gonna try to do some baller shit.
For sure. Not even saying like that. Like in this case, she was talking about financial, I think, more so anything. But
I mean,
in all cases, I think that shit applies to everything. For sure, financial. Don't
Even
do that
I think
shit,
it's deep. Like
fellas,
finances is like,
fellas, don't do that shit.
Finance is definitely there, but it's like there's so much other shit that's like before finances, like to be the real you.
Yeah,
and that's heavy. That's why everyone says like you don't meet like a real person till like 6 months,
to a year.
That's a damn shame because this day and age, motherfuckers be pregnant by then. Like, and that's crazy. For real.
And that's what that be the problem though.
You be pregnant, you be having a kid by a motherfucker, you just begin to know them. You know what I'm saying? That shit is a shame, bro. Like, just
but that's why
ain't no disrespect, but
I mean, you see that though. You see like they have a kid and she thinking, oh, he been cool this whole time, so you know ain't gonna be no trouble. And he like, no, ma'am, that ain't me.
Here comes the trouble.
Yeah. So you ain't met trouble yet.
Man, that shit just that's a big deal. I would like to have a lady on here just to get their perspective on that because there was some fellas when she said it. There was some fellas in the comments that was not feeling that. Calling
that. Bro, that's true.
I feel it.
Like, and even
not just financially, like everywhere. I want you to be who you are. Don't present just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like I said, it's a conversation I have because people are. It's like, especially men, we wired to impress. Not just men, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
everybody. Because there's some women, like,
you know what I'm saying?
From my own experience, I'd be like, who the fuck
you do know what I'm saying? So it's like, how do you, I guess who you are has to impress. You dig? That's just bottom line. Who you naturally are, just who you genuinely are has to impress. And if you don't,
because on the other side of that, I know I talk to a lot of younger people and they always talk about, you know, having like, oh, this friendship didn't work out or this person didn't work out, this and that. I really thought they was going to do this. Like, you really got to realize, like, or if you have trust issues and things like that, just think about this. Like, it's a time thing. Over time, you going to find out who that person is. And like, I forgot who said it, but it's like I don't trust people, but I trust people to be themselves, or however that saying
DMX.
goes. Yeah.
I trust people to be
exactly.
themselves. To be who themselves. I know them to be.
Yeah, exactly. And that's going to happen over time. So like when you feel like you're in a situation with somebody and you're not really sure, just give it time. They're going to show themselves. Like something's going to trigger it. Something's going to happen and they have to be themselves.
And a lot of times like you won't see somebody like who somebody is until there's in like a certain situation. And it's like when the rubber meets the road and
person can only act for so long.
you gonna see what this person is really made of.
Bro, I remember
Personally,
in
for so long, man.
I think it was just like going into college, and I was, or maybe like halfway through college, I was just like thinking about like who I wanted to be, like girlfriend at this time. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I need to see that person in almost every stage of their life before I can be like, yeah, I want to be with this person. But I think that's a general rule of thumb for everybody. You need to see that person almost every
Up,
stage of their
down.
life. Exactly.
So
Before you
need to experience
before you
all
really
that.
commit.
Because
Yeah,
you can't be cutting
For
your
sure.
roster off willy-nilly on some dumb shit.
And then I saw some very real shit today on Instagram. Not just that, but you know, you need to see a person with all that. But you also need to be, pretty much he was saying, he was like, you need to be willing to love every possible outcome
version.
of who the person may become. Because they're
You
not
gotta
gonna
look.
be, the person you meet is not gonna be who
Mm-mm.
they're gonna change 10 times over, you know what I'm saying, throughout the course of your lives. So you gotta be willing to love everything that could possibly come with that person. You dig what I'm saying?
You got to love their variants.
Exactly.
No, for sure.
Essentially,
For sure. Or I got to be able to love through that. I got to be able to love through that.
Ooh.
That's the other part of it too. Because
You
I might
right.
not
You
agree
right.
with it. I might not agree with it. I might not love this person, but I can love through that though. I can love
that's part
you
of
through
you
that
as a
part.
motherfucker.
And then he was also saying, in that same bro, pretty much saying, like, to a degree, like, if you can't see yourself with that person or loving that person at your best, you know what I'm saying, not who you are today, you know what I'm saying, but if you don't see yourself, if they don't have the capacity to be with you or some, you know what I'm saying, something like that, if God willing, you get to where you want to be in your ultimate self. If they can't be if they don't have the capacity to be with that version of you, that's another one to think about. You know what I'm saying? You need to go about your business.
Yeah.
That's something I had never thought about that before, but that's
heavy.
That's some shit there. Yeah, it is.
Because you always hear, don't date somebody when they down, or don't be with somebody when they're down, because you'll find out who they really are when they up. But at the same time, like, that's heavy. Like, can this person handle me when I'm up? Because some people, you definitely see it, like, they're not comfortable with certain people being at a certain level, like getting certain exposure, certain attention. There's like, insecurities and things keep in. So you see it often, folks talking about, don't let anybody dim your light. And as a very outgoing and interactive person, I've experienced that myself. Folks, like, they didn't like how I moved, but mainly because they were uncomfortable and unable to move like that. So it's always, you doing too much, or no, you can't do that. It's just like that control, and it's blatant, and that's one thing that was a deal breaker for me in the past, because I'm going to be who I am. Who I am has gotten me this far, and it's going to get me further, of course, with some more learning and critiquing and refinement. But at the core of who I am has gotten me where I am and where I'm going to be. So that's all things to think about.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody has a core, but like you said, as you grow too, you're gonna continue to change and think. And that's the part where I fell short of this too in some relationships. Just that communication of how you actively going through things versus in a like retrospect. You speaking from behind now, but it's like kind of like too late at that point. You got to be actively like voicing, "Hey, I understand that you're trying to tell me something, but I feel like this right now." And that got to be received. And
I know, hey, I used to like this, or used to feel this way. Yeah. I don't now. Here's how I feel.
Yeah. But actively do for sure, actively doing that, man. That shit would definitely, like, I just been kind of practicing, is like they say, when I think Free, you read about this stuff, but like when you think of something, just do it.
Just do it, hell yeah.
And it's just like you train your body to act on certain things and like just practice good better habits, bro. And that's like one of the things. Let's talk about sustainability. I got to be able to put things into my life that I know I can sustain to do. But even if it takes the time of learning, I got to be able, in discipline, a little bit of discipline. But I know if I do those certain things, the outcomes of everything else being me, my productivity, my energy, my love I'm able to give, and stress management, all that kind of stuff gets fixed with adding these new whatever it is, tools I have to my bag. So
Free hit that on the head for me, man. That focus on the moment. I sent him a picture. I actually wrote that on a sticky note and put it on my desk, like right in front of my computer. Like, cause me, like, I'm bad about procrastination. Part of it comes, like, I do suffer from ADHD, and then part of my problems is I always think about stuff and I can do it later versus doing it now. Especially like with not being on medication and stuff anymore. It's just like, no, like, I need to buckle down and focus and have the discipline. It pops up, do it. Cause then, as like how my brain works, it's like tabs on on your internet browser.
Mm-hmm.
The more stuff I'm thinking about, the slower I'm processing. You know, so we could all get so much done. Like I'm work better when I'm checking stuff off. So when stuff pops up, boom, handle it then and there, and then I got to worry about it later. Like I'm the worst procrastinator in the world, and I know that's one of the things that's kept me back from where I should be. So like I said, just buckling down that discipline, man.
That's a lot of us, I think, man. Just take action. I saw somebody today. She said, she thinks what confidence is how quickly a person or a person's either how quickly or a person's ability to go from thought to action is where confidence comes from. You know what I'm saying? That's what she was saying. She was like, that's where it comes from. She was like, confidence is not a what she say? It's not a pretty much she says it's a skill. It's not a talent. It's a skill. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you build upon.
Something not born with.
Yeah, it's not something
It's
you're born
built.
with.
Yeah.
It's built. You know what I'm saying? She was like, you build that through from going, you know, I guess just going from thought to action, and how quickly and how effectively you go from thought to action.
It's like you're not confident about hitting the weight until you know you've done it before.
Unless you done repped it out.
But we all know people, they don't do no thinking. Like they just go. Like we all done been in gyms with them kind of, they just go. Ain't no thinking. They just get up on that motherfucker whether they done it before or not. They just go. We done all been in there with
they ain't nothing. You know,
whether they know they have done it or not. You know what I'm saying? They just go. It's
or folks
I might look at that motherfucker a little minute like, hold on, man.
What they
I bet. Yeah. All right, here we go. You know what I mean?
The folks who just put whatever on because they know, oh, shit, I did the work. My body look good. I feel good. I ain't had to worry about it. Shit look. I know it look good. The fuck? That confidence when you just got a fresh chop, you hit outside, it's like, do rag off. I ain't got to worry about how it look. Or even not just, let's take the physical out of it. It's like, hey, I studied. I'm well prepared for this test. I know there's knowledge back and forth. Or this interview, I'm well skilled. I know my craft. I know these interview skills. I'm ready. And that shit, and it shows in everything that you do.
Yep.
And like you said, yeah, it's built off, it's built, but it's like confidence is built off preparation. And regardless of what, realm it is, the more work you put into something, the more confident you are about it. Yep. When you've been bullshitting, something like, yeah, you feel good about it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell no, because you ain't did shit to prepare for it.
Exactly. Stack up them good moments, man. That's where confidence comes from.
Say that one more time, Free. Hold on.
Stack up them good moments, man. That's where that confidence gonna come from, man.
And don't run.
Confidence comes from stacking undeniable proof that you are who you say you are. It's real shit, ain't it?
Hold on. Yeah. Is that you or is that for somebody else?
No, that ain't me. That's something I heard. Man, I know I be on that shit.
Okay, hold on. Say it one more time.
Said confidence comes from stacking undeniable proof that you are who you say you are. So like just continuing to do things like every moment, like just, you know what I'm saying, owning the moments and just being who you say you are moment after moment after moment. You know what I'm saying? That's where your confidence gonna come in at.
That's a banger.
And I'll say
that's a bar.
I mean, just add on that piece and we can, do the thing. But don't run from them experiences, man. You gotta have them.
They gotta stretch you.
You gotta have them. You gotta have those experiences, and it's not always like the stuff that's gonna be good for you either. It's gonna be experiencing loss. It's gonna be experiencing sacrifice. It's gonna be experiencing heartbreak. And disappointment. You gotta have those experiences to know how to react.
Look, man, I know we gotta go, but I'm thinking the next time we do this, man, this format, I like this format, but I'm gonna discuss something. Just I know we talked about like off camera, the evaluating your relationship with food. I think also just importantly, money, finances, and then damn, what did you just say, KD? Something else just popped up in my head. What did you just say?
Talking about experiences, not running from experiences.
Pain.
Yeah.
Pain. I feel like reevaluating your relationship with pain and just emotions in general, but most importantly, like them painful experiences and what they do for you. I think here lately, like me, I'm starting to like really look at them in a different light, and I'm feeling like it's really just God, and like you going through a change, like life. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know what I'm saying. When you're experiencing pain, you're changing, but it's stretching.
Really, once you go through pain, once you make it through something painful, guess what? Now your pain tolerance is higher.
And you're a different person. More. A lot of times you are somewhat of a different person. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like a very clear it's clear evidence that you are about to go through a major change in your life. When it gets, you know what I'm saying? When it get bad, when you fucked up, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, okay, on the other side of it, having now gone through one of those phases of my life, I know now, okay, on the other side of that shit, it really is better, and I'm really gonna be something different than what I was before this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it always, like, pain is I don't think it takes
That's the
pain to
only
do that every
catalyst for
time.
growth,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? No, this pain is not the only catalyst for growth, but I think it will help us to reevaluate that our relationship with that shit and how we just process that and deal with it, because I think a lot of times it could do a lot more better for us than we allow it to. You know what I'm saying? But that's a conversation for another day, man.
Yeah, for sure. I like it, man.
Well, yeah, we got to wrap up. But let us know how you like this format. You know, we'll definitely try to keep it fresh, because I don't know about for y'all, but I know for us this was very refreshing. You know, much needed for us. You know, so yeah, let us know how you like it. So yeah, with that being said, this was episode 24 of the Cookbook Podcast. As always, shout outs to Even Out Digital, our podcasting partner. You guys, if you want to get in the game, need some tips. Any tips? Got some tips? Even Out Digital, got the tips. Get you right. Please follow us on all social media at the Cookbook Pod. Like, subscribe on YouTube, share these posts when they come up. We greatly appreciate it. You know, so if you like it, share it with somebody else. They like us too. Okay, we got a little bit something for everybody.
For sure.
Most likely.
Because if you don't like us, you're really a hater.
And this episode right is perfect. Send it to somebody who going through something. This the one.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we ain't nothing too crazy.
If we said some real
crazy
shit,
stuff, we got some other episodes for you.
Yeah. If we said some real shit, drop in the comments. Let us know we said some real shit. Drop in the comments. Let us know your thoughts, man, your opinions, and just chime in, man. You know how y'all do. Appreciate it.
We love and appreciate y'all. With that being said, it's the Cookbook, baby.
So he is.
We out.